Hey, YouTube family, Tara Nichols here with another episode of the Daily Dose. I wanted to come live today to talk about just a very common practice that I think people struggle with, self-affirmations. Many people will tell you, use positive self-affirmations, use positive affirmations. Um, battle that self-talk that's going on in your head that's really keeping you captivated to your old feelings. And one of the ways you can battle that is self-affirmations or positive affirmations. I know when you're scrolling Facebook and scrolling Instagram, all those little quote boxes, and they sound so beautiful and so funny and so applicable. And we try to take those lessons and apply them. Some of you might have Post-it notes written out with, positive sayings or positive quotes and have that all over your desk, your computer, your bathroom mirror. Some of you might just practice saying those affirmations over and over again. But let me tell you something. Affirmations are a really good practice, but they don't work if you don't believe them. So with the process of negative self-talk, and those negative thought processes that are going on in your mind that are keeping you stuck. If you are in a situation where those thoughts are keeping you, are part of your core belief system, and they're keeping you from really connecting to the positive energy or the positive experiences inside of you, then no amount of cute little memes or little Post-it notes are going to change something that on a core level you believe. So let's talk about if you believe the sky is purple. No amount of cute little Post-it notes are going to change the fact that that's what you believe. I mean, you can say it over and over again, the sky is blue, the sky is blue, the sky is blue. But if you believe it's purple and you've experienced the sky being purple, or your world perception is based on the sky is purple, you're not going to shift that belief system just through positive affirmations. So how do you navigate learning how to use affirmations in a way that begins to shift your belief system about yourself, your core values about what you believe about yourself? Let's talk about just some simple ways. There's a lot of work you can do on self-esteem and digging down inside of yourself, building your self-esteem, building your self-efficacy, beginning to shift those belief systems. But one of them, a more simple way, is to take the affirmation and what it is that you are wanting, where you're wanting to get to, a place of positive mindset, a place of joy and happiness and a mindset of success. And then look at the belief you have about yourself. All right. So a lot of women struggle with beliefs about their worth. Okay. And it won't come out as them saying directly, well, I don't believe that I have any worth or any value. It might come out with like a statement, well, none of my relationships work. That's the statement. None of my relationships work. I'm always choosing bad relationships. And the idea that you're always choosing bad relationships and your relationships don't work is more about you than you believe that it does. It actually is saying that you're not worthy of a good relationship. Excuse me. So our idea of, I always have bad relationship. And so the affirmation we might tell ourselves is, God has someone perfect for me out there. That's so counterintuitive to what you're actually saying. Or I've just settled. I shouldn't settle. And so by saying an affirmation of God has someone perfect out there for me, or I shouldn't settle, or I'm worth more than bad relationships. And though those statements are true, if you don't believe them, if it doesn't align with who you believe that you're worth on the inside, that your personal worth is worth respect, is worth truth, is worth love, then you can't go from personally believing these very negative things about yourself to just engaging in a positive relationship. That's too far of a jump. So, in order to kind of bridge that gap, using an affirmation that speaks both to the belief that you have about yourself and to a future in which you would like to get to is how you hold both sides of that. All right. So, an affirmation, if you have a history of toxic relationships and you'd like to have a positive relationship and you'd like to believe you're worthy of a positive relationship, then an affirmation that you could say would be, because of my self-esteem and because of my low um, thoughts, the negative thoughts I've had about myself, I've had a habit of engaging in negative relationships. I believe that that's not my whole story. I believe that I can write a happy ending. I believe that my future relationships, if I learn to work on this, my future relationships have hope. Okay. That's a different way of saying the same thing that you're saying. Um, let's take our body image. Women often have very negative ideas about their body image, myself included. And we can say, well, I'm beautiful inside and out. Or we can say, I'm pretty, or, it doesn't matter, what the number on the scale is, it's the size of my heart. We can say those affirmations, but the reality is that does not combat the negative self-talk about who we are, about the way we perceive ourselves. It doesn't address the belief we have about ourselves. Okay. So if you're going to have a positive affirmation, you have to address the negative belief. You have to say, my whole life, I have looked at my physical body as an extension of who I am on the inside. I'm going to challenge that and allow who I am on the inside to matter more. Or I'm going to challenge that and I'm going to begin showing gratitude for my physical body, even though it's not where I'd like it to be, or even though it doesn't fit other people's standards of what they think is attractive. I can have gratitude for my body just the way it is, just the way I am. I can show appreciation for who I am, just the way I am. And that addresses our negative self-talk, and it gives hope that our goals for ourselves fit into this, into improving in our life, into a positive mindset or a growth mindset. One of the things I've struggled with is an identity of failure. Okay, being a black sheep or letting people down, an identity of disappointment. Okay, I've always kind of wrapped my identity around how I've disappointed others. And so for me, saying, oh, it doesn't matter, I'm smart, if they don't value me, that's their loss. Those statements don't really shift the way I believe about myself. They're more or less just kind of justifying not feeling bad about it, not feeling shame, or not feeling guilt. It doesn't actually help me truly heal from those feelings of disappointment. So for me, holding both sides of that would be something like saying, I've had a history of allowing other people's disappointments to affect the way I look at myself, to affect my value. I've let what other people think about me matter more to me than what I think about me. My positive affirmation would be, what do I actually think about myself, regardless of what other people think? Do I allow myself to think thoughts about myself that aren't influenced by other people? So my affirmation would be, today I'm going to choose to think my own thoughts about myself, to meditate on what those thoughts look like, and not allow other people's disappointments to change the way I view myself, to change the way I'm productive, to change the way I set my goals, to change the way I manage my time. That I can allow myself to be a beautiful mess and to grow through that that's okay. I'm not going to allow other people's opinions dictate the way I look at myself. So these are just some simple ways to make sure that when you're setting your affirmations and you really want them to work, because you really want that, the memes and the quotes and the things to really matter and to make a difference. You really want to combat that negative self-talk. The only way to do that is to hold both sides, to hold the negative side and say, okay, is there any truth to this? What is really going on here? What part am I playing in this? And how can I get to a place where this isn't the loudest voice I hear, where this actually motivates me to grow and say, all right, how can I allow myself to come through? How can I allow my own self-talk that's not influenced by negativity, that's not influenced by trauma or other people's opinions? How can I allow who I really am to shine through this? And how can I take that personal identity and that personal self, those self-thoughts, those personal core beliefs about yourself to really begin to grow through this process? That's how affirmations really work. All right. So next time you're sharing a meme, next time you're going to write a personal quote, stop and reflect. Reflect on your own core beliefs. Reflect on what's holding you back, what's really holding you back. And the memes are great and they're wonderful, but take a minute to really do that self work and hold both sides for yourself. Hold where you want to go and that positive goal you have for yourself, that growth mindset you have, and also look at what has compromised that, what belief system has compromised that, and how can you begin shifting that belief system to a mindset of growth and resiliency. I hope this video helps you. I hope it helps someone that you know. If you know someone that could benefit from this video, please share this video with them. Please just copy the link and post it on their social media or send it in a message or text it to them and begin sharing these lessons with them. I'm committed to sharing this free therapeutic work with you to help increase your life, to bring value to you, bring value to your world, to help you to live healthier. Please subscribe so that you can get every daily dose. And just you'll find me here on YouTube every day at 2:00. And I hope that this blesses you. Like, subscribe, comment, send me questions if you really want some more information or if you want to get connected. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much, and I wish you good mental health.